Hello everyone, I am Hunter from DHC Studios, and today I thought I would try something a bit different from what I normally do, and I thought I would make a review on something I played recently, the Fallout 4 DLC, Far Harbor. I'm going to split this into two groups. They will be the things that I did like, and the things I didn't. So without further ado, let's get started. For Far Harbor, Bethesda created a brand new landmass that the player is able to travel to thanks to a detective mission at Nick Valentine's office in Diamond City. Once you're there, there are brand new locations to explore, deadly creatures to fight, and interesting people to meet. Exploring every corner of this map will definitely add a few hours to your playtime as you uncover the mystery and solve the secrets of Far Harbor. Far Harbor introduced many new enemies to fit the land of, well, Far Harbor, from the anglers and gulpers, which will try to surprise you, to the devolved radstags, which, if you're used to their regular counterpart in the Commonwealth, can prove to be quite a surprise when they attack you instead of fleeing. There are quite a few other creatures introduced in this DLC, but I'm going to save them for possibly a different video, otherwise we'd be here all day, though I will point out that the giant hermit crabs are my favorite. The biggest criticism that I heard when Fallout 4 was first released from people was how it didn't really let you play as either a villain or an anti-hero if you wanted to. You were sort of thrust into the role of hero. Now for me, that's not much of a problem since I enjoy helping people in games unless it's infamous, but for a lot of other people, they sort of wanted to be the villain or anti-hero or just a plain thug if they wanted to. And with Far Harbor, they tried their best to fix this. You are able to do things from convincing the children of Adam to accidentally nuke themselves, to taking down the defenses of Far Harbor and unleashing God knows what on them. And, a little fun fact, if you are allied with either the Institute or the Brothers of Steel, you are able to lead an attack to either capture or kill the synth refugees that are hidden in Acadia. The people of Far Harbor are a very interesting lot, and no matter which side of the ongoing conflict you choose to side with, be it the children of Adam, the citizens of Far Harbor, or the synth refugees of Acadia, you'll definitely develop a favorite or two, as well as at least one that you just can't stand. Looking at you, Alan. God, what a douche. When you first enter Acadia and you meet the sentient Gen 2 synth Dima, who, after saying you are here for Kasumi, will ask you if you are a synth. After giving your answer, he will ask you if you are sure and ask what your earliest memories are. Seeing as how most of your answers have to do with the day the bombs fell, Dima says that it is pretty interesting that that's all you can remember. While he says there will possibly be tons of explanations as to why, he says that you should take into account that we might possibly ascend, and frankly, it is a very interesting theory that I am starting to consider more and more as I think about it. I found this very thought-provoking, and I really hope they do something with this in a future DLC. Now hold up, you're probably saying, but didn't you just praise the diversity a little bit ago? Well, yes, but I also have concerns in a different department of it as well. While Far Harbor did introduce a lot of enemies, I feel they didn't use them as much as they should have. I rarely encountered the anglers and golfers when I was out exploring Far Harbor, and most of the time I just ran into trappers, which are basically the bandits of this land, ghouls, or mirelurks, which are enemies I've seen thousands of times before. I also think they missed an opportunity in creating the stories behind the different pieces of land in Far Harbor. I feel like it would have been cool to encounter an area that had been infested by anglers, like a settlement or something, or being attracted to a junkyard because of rumors of gulpers infesting the place, because they seem to eat everything they can get their hands on. So yeah, that's just, I feel like it's a loss there. I feel that Bethesda should have toned down the amount of times they used the bandits or the Mirelurks when they were making the game, and they should have focused more on the unique enemies of this new area. It took me 2 days to beat Far Harbor. The first I spent pretty much finding most, if not all, the locations on the entire map. The second I focused to doing all the main missions and all the side missions, and it felt way too short to me. I remember when I was playing Skyrim in New Vegas, it took me several days to complete the story of their DLC packs, and I feel they should have added maybe more to either the main missions or the side missions to help make it feel more dynamic or something. I don't know, like, it just felt lacking to me. As I mentioned briefly before, I spent the first day of Far Harbor looking for all the brand new locations it introduced. In DLC, the Bethesda had been boasting was one of the largest landmasses they had ever made in a DLC. They really didn't put all that much in there to discover, at least not to me. Maybe Bethesda was facing time constraints or something, I don't know. When they say it's going to be the largest landmass you've ever made, you should put in plenty of places in it so people want to explore it. Don't just put in a few. Go all out. Put in tons of little nooks and crannies for them to discover. Near the end of the game, you are tasked with finding some of Dima's earliest memories, which he had stored in the Children of Adam's base. My problem isn't with the children. I actually found them to be quite interesting, and I enjoyed their part in the story more than I thought I would. No, my problem is with the tower defense-like gameplay that you need to complete in order to finish it. Up until that point, I was really into the story. I was really interested in how they were going to handle this. But when I got into it, I instantly was taken out. In order to access the memories, you need to guide these little insight-like programs from one access point to the other and then back again, while unlocking the path through puzzle solving and defending them from these laser-firing orbs. It was extremely slow, boring, and tedious, and I just think it could have been handled better, and I spent like 2 hours on this trying to figure it all out. It made me lose my interest in what was happening, and it was very hard to regain it even afterwards. The number one thing that I think you shouldn't do when you are making a Fallout game is put the entrance of a vault in there and then not let you explore it. At a hotel you were able to explore in the game, if you go to the back of it, there will be a lift similar to the one used for Vault 111. I spent about 20 minutes looking for a way to open this vault because I was really interested on what it might have had, but to my knowledge, there is no way in. I felt that this was a huge opportunity loss, and I felt they could have maybe used it to explain how the Gulpers and Anglers came to be, why there are devolved rat stags running around, and how the fog might have actually been created. Vaults are so fun to explore to me, and I feel like everyone missed out on what could have possibly been an amazing vault to explore. That's it for this video, everyone. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe and let me know if you want to see more reviews in the future. I really enjoyed making this. Also, before I go, I want to know your opinion. Do you think the Soul Survivor is a synth? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. See ya!